What's up, Sports Fury Nation? So Sunday, July 1st, NBA free agency opened up, and damn, did it open up with a fury. See what I did there? I worked the name of the channel into the script there. Genius. Anyway, so a whole bunch of NBA free agents have verbally agreed with teams, but they can't officially sign until July 6th on Friday. Until then, it's just verbally agreed upon. Now, unless someone backs out, everyone should go where they're supposed to. DeAndre Jordan, Dallas Mavericks. Keep an eye on you guys. Now, in this video, I want to focus in on the headliner of free agency, and that is LeBron James, who verbally agreed with the Los Angeles Lakers on a 4-year deal worth $154 million. And I want to give my thoughts as well as what this means for the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. Can the Lakers be a contender now for a championship? I want to get into all of that and give you guys my thoughts, and I want to hear yours as well in the comment section down below. Now, this was a move that was not surprising to me, Sean, or most people. In fact, I think a lot of us can pinpoint the exact moment that LeBron James decided to leave Cleveland.
Hill misses. Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked. And we'll go to overtime.
Now, I know there was other speculations out there by some people who thought that maybe he could have ended up with the Rockets or the 76ers, which would have not been a bad choice, or the Thunder. And some delusional fans out there thought that he could even go to the Knicks. But no, I, along with Sean and many people, thought that it was a very obvious decision. He was going to go to LA, where he has a home, where he sends his child to school. This is where LeBron James wants to be in his mid-30s. This is where he wants to spend the rest of his career. I think it's more of a lifestyle choice. So for us, it was very obvious he was heading out to LA. But what was surprising was the fact that Paul George, a name that has been linked with the Los Angeles Lakers for a very long time, decided to stay with OKC. He agreed to a 4-year deal worth $137 million, and he announced it at Russell Westbrook's party.
If y'all didn't quite get it, let me say it again, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Now, what I want to know is, what were in those damn drinks being served at Westbrook's party to make him verbally agree with the OKC Thunder? Because that was a shocker to me. I thought he was for sure going to head out to LA. But maybe we shouldn't be so surprised if we actually really look into the Paul George situation and why he didn't choose LA when we all thought he was going to LA. To Paul George, it was very clear. Oklahoma City wants me a lot more than the Lakers did. They went out, they got me, and they made me feel special here, and he developed a very special relationship with Russell Westbrook. Think about it. This is a guy, Westbrook, who won't go out there and kiss anyone's ass, even Kevin Durant or James Harden when they were here. But here he is throwing a party for Paul George on making his decision. He cut his vacation short to throw this party for him. That is showing respect and love. And Paul George saw that. He saw it from the very beginning. The Lakers took Paul George for granted. They figured he would just be there and they could just pick him up for nothing. That's what they did. And I want to get back into that a little bit more later, talking about someone else. Now back to LeBron James. When it came to making this decision, he wanted to make this very fast. He did not want to drag this out like he did the previous 2 times. He wanted to make it quick and painless, which was the very smart, the right, and mature thing to do when you're leaving Cleveland once again. There were no spectacles, no announcements, no interviews, no nothing. He was on his way to a vacation with his wife, and he simply told his people to call the Los Angeles Lakers and let them know that he's coming to LA. That's it. That's all there was. And then off he went. And how did Cavs fans react to LeBron James leaving them for the second time in his career? They were thankful. Yeah, they were thankful. Because this wasn't like the last time when he left, when he was an immature idiot. This time, he handled things much more differently. He came back and he redeemed himself, and he redeemed the city of Cleveland, bringing them something they've been waiting for the longest time, making their hearts happy and content. Yeah, so Cavs fans, they were happy and thankful to LeBron James for everything he's done for them, what he brought to that city and that franchise, and they took to social media to thank him. And that's pretty damn classy. Now for Lakers fans, they were celebrating. Now, I do wonder how the die-hard Kobe Bryant fans are going to handle this debate now that's been going on for a long time with Kobe and LeBron James, now that James is going to be donning the purple and gold. Are they going to start coming around to LeBron James? I don't know. And I also want to know, are they going to bring back the commercials with the puppets of LeBron and Kobe? Because those were awesome. Now, LeBron James isn't coming to Los Angeles by himself. The Lakers have also agreed on a one-year deal with Shaqtin' a Fool legend JaVale McGee, formerly with the Golden State Warriors. JaVale McGee, under the Staples Center spotlight, is going to be gold. And also, coming to the Los Angeles Lakers is LeBron James' best friend, Lance Stephenson, which I absolutely love. This is hilarious. Lance Stephenson, the guy who's been getting on LeBron James' nerves for many years, he's going to now be his teammate. I cannot believe this. This is awesome. I cannot wait to see their chemistry as teammates now that they're on the same side. I cannot wait for it. LeBron James, Lance Stephenson sharing the same locker room for an entire season, at least for 1 year. That's going to be great. I cannot wait to see what happens from that. Also, the Los Angeles Lakers and Caldwell Pope have agreed to a 1-year deal. So he'll be a Laker for at least one more season. All these guys have agreed to a 1-year deal. That's because the Los Angeles Lakers want to gear up for the 2019 offseason and those free agents going forward, which is a smart move. Now, the projected starting lineup going into the 2018-19 season for the Los Angeles Lakers. What's that going to look like? Well, as of right now, it could look something like this. Starting five being Lonzo Ball, Caldwell Pope, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, JaVale McGee, and coming off the bench is Kuzma, Stevenson, Luol Deng, who's still playing in the league, and Julius Randle. I don't know, depending on what he is going to happen to him. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Now, if he stays for sure, maybe the starting lineup looks like this. Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, Kuzma, and Julius Randle. Maybe you go with that as a starting five. But either way, the Los Angeles Lakers seem to have a great young core to go with LeBron James. But is this team good enough to contend in the Western Conference? And more importantly, is it a team that can knock out the Golden State Warriors? And the answer is no. Hell no. This team, as it stands right now, cannot knock out the Golden State Warriors. Hell, I don't think they could knock out the Houston Rockets. Yet. Now, they will definitely make the playoffs for the first time since 2012? Now, where will they seed? Probably between 3 and 5, which is a good spot for the Lakers. This is a young core with LeBron James, Lonzo Ball, Kuzma, Ingram, and LeBron has already stated that he is in no rush. He's going to have patience for these young guys and for Magic Johnson and the front office to continue to make moves, whether it's through free agency in the future or trades that might still go down during this offseason. And who am I talking about? Kawhi Leonard, one of the top 5 players in the league. He's already stated that he wants out. He doesn't want anything to do with the Spurs. He wants to play in LA. He's even willing to sit out this next season, I hear, because he wants to force the Spurs to trade him. He wants out. He's done over there. And it's crazy, but Kawhi Leonard wants nothing to do with the Spurs. Now, if you're the Lakers, what do you do right here? Do you make a trade for Kawhi Leonard? Or do you let him get traded by the Spurs to another team? He sits there for a year or he plays there for a year, and then you wait till he becomes a free agent, and then you go after him. Now, remember what I was talking about earlier with Paul George. That's what they did with Paul George. They figured, we'll wait until he's a free agent, and then we'll make a run for him. And Paul George didn't even take a meeting with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, if you're the Lakers, this is a very sensitive issue right here. Do you wait for Leonard to become a free agent, or do you pull the trigger on a trade and go get him right now? But if you make a trade, you're going to have to probably include Kuzma, Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and probably more. Draft picks, whatever. Because you know damn well the Spurs are not going to trade him to the Western Conference, especially the Los Angeles Lakers, for little to nothing. They're going to want a lot in return. Are the Lakers willing to part ways with Kuzma or Ingram or any of those other guys just to get Kawhi Leonard? Now, you got to weigh the options here. You lose those guys. Kuzma's going to be a superstar in this league. This dude's amazing, right? But we know the Kawhi Leonard is a star right now. We know he's a top 5 talent. He's a guy who plays both ends of the court. You put him with LeBron James, and that's the best duo in the NBA. And one of the greatest duos of all time. If you pair them up, that's Jordan and Pippen right there. And in fact, who knows? They might be better together. Those dudes are ridiculous. So, if you're the Lakers, what do? Do you make a trade for Kawhi, or do you play the waiting game like you did with Paul George and potentially lose him? Because here's the thing. Let's say that the Spurs, who know that Leonard's not going to play for them, he's going to sit out, whatever. So they're going to trade him away, so that way, they can get something instead of nothing. So let's say they trade him to Boston or the Philadelphia 76ers or wherever. They send him to a team. Kawhi Leonard goes there. Now, he has his eyes set on LA, but he goes to his new team, and he finds himself loving the city, loving his teammates. He loves what they're doing. And just like Paul George, when it comes for him to be a free agent, he decides to stay with that team, whether it be Boston, Philly, or wherever he goes. What if that scenario happens? I don't know. It's a very risky thing. It's something that I'm sure the Lakers, Magic Johnson, are mulling over as of right now. Do they go trade for Kawhi Leonard, or do they wait for him to become a free agent and see what happens? It didn't work out for Paul George. Maybe it might for Kawhi. Because let's say you roll the dice and you wait for Kawhi Leonard and you can add him to what you already have right now. Then you can potentially contend with the Warriors and the Rockets if you were to land Kawhi and you bring him in with this with this young core and LeBron James. Now you could talk about knocking out the Warriors and the Rockets and everybody else. But I don't know. I say wait. I say if I'm the Lakers, I'm going to wait for him to become an unrestricted free agent. because he seems a little bit more distraught than Paul George did, and he might be absolutely just bullheaded about Los Angeles, even more so than Paul George. So if I'm the Lakers, I'd wait, because I want to keep Kuzma and Ingram and see how that goes down. And there's also going to be more free agents in the upcoming years, like Klay Thompson and whatnot. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm not trading for Kawhi. I'll just wait and see what happens. Now, for the Western Conference, this is a seismic shift. The Eastern Conference was already weak for a long time, but now the Western Conference is even more stacked than it has been since, the mid-2000s, when it was all Western Conference. And now the East Coast, the Eastern Conference, they just got a whole lot weaker, definitely a lot happier. Who's happy about this decision about LeBron James going to the Lakers? It's the Toronto Raptors. It's the Philadelphia 76ers. It's the Boston Celtics, who everyone projects to be the next juggernaut out of the Eastern Conference. So LeBron James going to LA it makes a huge impact in all of the NBA, especially in the Eastern Conference, which was dominated by LeBron James through most of his career. Only the Celtics and the Orlando Magic, they went to the finals. LeBron James, he went there just damn near every single year. So now the Eastern Conference is freed up, and it's out there for the Celtics to take, the Sixers to take, or the Toronto Raptors to finally have LeBron James out of the Eastern Conference. Maybe they try to go and take that conference now. I don't know. But as far as the playoff seeding, though, I've heard a lot of people talking about, now that LeBron James is in LA and in the Western Conference, should the NBA seriously consider now changing the seeding of the playoffs? Make it just be the top teams that go. Not the top Western Conference, the top 8 Western and the top 8 Eastern. Just make it the top 16 overall, which would mostly be the Western Conference teams going into the next playoffs. I don't think that will happen. I don't think the NBA will ever do that. They're going to just keep it simple. 8 teams out of the West, 8 teams out of the East. Because they want to have those teams that are in the bottom, like 6th, 7th, and 8th in the Eastern Conference. They want those cities to be invested in those teams and go to their playoff games. I don't know. It just seems like it's a better business decision for the NBA to just do it that way. Now, TV ratings, sure, would they be better? Yeah, yeah, they probably would. But I don't think the NBA will ever actually change the playoff seeding. I think that would just be too drastic of a move for Adam Silver to pull. But I wouldn't be against it completely. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Like I said, it would be mostly dominated by the Western Conference, but it'd be pretty cool. But that's my thoughts on LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers. I think it's really cool. For his whole career, people have said he could never, ever do this in the Western Conference. Well, now he's there in his later careers, and I think it'll be fun and interesting to follow along to see what LeBron James can do in the Western Conference. Now, like I said, the Lakers, I think in this upcoming season and playoffs, I think they'll finish between the 3 and the 5 seed. They're not knocking out the Houston Rockets or the Golden State Warriors just yet. They still need to make some more moves. They might be a year or two away from that. Let's see what happens with some of these free agents or some of these trades that might go down. But those are my thoughts on LeBron James going to LA. LeBron. And I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Sports Fury Nation. And let me know whether or not you think LeBron James can actually knock out the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets as of right now. Because I'm pretty sure there's some Lakers fans or LeBron fans who think they could as of right now. I don't think so. But I want to know. Let me know in the comment section. And we'll see what happens.